Hi, my name's Dave Knapik. I'm the national trainer for Dana Spicer. I'm located in Maumee, Ohio, just south of the Michigan border up there where our Center of Technology exists today. We wanted to talk to you today about the Spicer driveline components. Very important to have the right components and the quality for your vehicles out there. Now, when you're looking at the Spicer components in that, there's a lot of engineering that goes into them. It's just not a piece of steel out there. If you get a bad driveline in a vehicle in that, you could possibly take out sync rails in the transmission with vibrations. You could take out seals and bearings. So you want to make sure you put a high quality product out there, and that's what you're getting with the Spicer products. Besides the engineering, the materials that we use, the high quality of steels, the hardening processes, they're always refining those. Every time you turn around, they're making some changes to it. So you're getting the highest quality that is available to you at this time. We have a lot of tools out there in the Spicer product line, and we want to show you some of these tools. It's good for either outside sales, it's good for the users out there, so a lot of good information. First thing is, I was talking a lot about quality. We do our quality testing, and then we test our competition against our products and our test in that. We just take their products off the shelf, bring them in and run them across the same test we do. If you look at this sheet, it's going to tell you the differences that we have. We put it on a grade, we put it on it's in heat, we put a load on it. We want to make sure it's going to last for the applications that it's built for. Besides the quality out there, and that we have a lot of tools for you to use as far as helping you out. One of the major things I wanted to go through though is the Yoke ruler. Now the Yoke ruler is going to determine the series of the drive line. It's not a U-joint ruler, it's a Yoke ruler. So what this sheet right here, when you open it on up, it's going to tell you how to use the Yoke ruler. If you have a full round yoke up here, a half round yoke, or even a wing bearing yoke, it'll tell you determine the series. For example, these charts you see over here, the top chart's light duty. Bottom chart is commercial vehicle. If you know the series, you just come over, let's say it's 1710 full round, follow it down till it actually says 1710 and it spells out full round or half round, then it gives you the part number that goes along with it. The next column you see are the OE service kits over here, and then it also has our service-free SPL 170s, 250s, or 350s in the marketplace. So it's a really good piece. Just to go over the ruler with you real quick, the ruler has two sides. That flyer will show this. This right here with the hook on the side of it says distance across lugs. Lugs and ears are the same thing, just different terminology. All you need to do is put this on the outside of the yoke ear, read it across to the opposite ear on the outside. Where the line's up, it's going to tell you the series, and that's exactly how it works. It's really easy to use once you use it a few times. For half round yokes, which we see an awful lot of today, you have a little cutout here. This is the opposite side. It says distance across nibs. The nibs in that are what holds the cups on the U-joint kit. Put this up against the base of that on the inside, read it from inside to inside. It tells you the series when it lines on up. So once you know the series, take that chart, it's going to walk you right into the U-joint kit that you need. So a very good tool to have out there. We can get you more of those if you need them. We also have a flyer on our carrier bearing out there. The carrier bearing is really a new one for the industry out there. That rubber element will move plus or minus 10 degrees. So what this is going to tell you on the back side of it is you want to make sure the rubber element is lined up with the drive shaft. Because once you tighten it up to the vehicle frame, it compresses that rubber and it locks it into place. So you want to make sure it's lined up before you tighten it up to the vehicle. Good information to talk about with your customers and the users. This piece right here is the best piece I can give you in the marketplace today. This is our lube and torque spec. How often do you grease a U-joint kit? I get that question. A lot of people aren't aware of it. How much grease do you put in there? Well, you want to grease a U-joint kit, make sure the grease comes out of the cups. You got to purge all four of the cups. If you purge two, you're going to have a burn-up problem. Make sure you get grease coming out of all four. Sometimes you got to tap it a little bit to release the hydraulic grease in that pressure. Make sure you're greasing all of them. Even a new U-joint kit, make sure you grease it before you put it into work. So on the back of it, it tells you the series. You have the yoke ruler, so you determine the series up here. This goes from 1310 up to 1810. Gives you different driving vocations. Follow it over to line haul, tells you to grease that drive line every 10 to 15,000 miles. Make sure you grease it in those intervals. It's very critical. This also tells you the grease specification in here, NLGI grade 2 extreme pressure type grease. So a lot of good information. On the inside, it talks about the grease itself. It talks about inspecting a drive shaft. But the part that you really want to take heed on or make sure you look at is you look at the charts on the inside. It gives you the spring tabs on the SPL 170s or 250s. Over here, the larger chart is going to give you the strap kits for all the different drive lines, be it 10 series or SPL. It goes from 1310 up here to the SPL 350. Follow it down here, it gives you the strap kit. You always, always, always want to replace the straps and the bolts no matter what. Never reuse a bolt. If it's just sitting there and it looks fine, throw it away, get a new bolt out there. It gives you the bolt part number here in case you do lose it, and then it gives you the thread size. But the most important part is the bolt torques here, either in foot-pounds or newton meters of torque. This number used to be a series or two different numbers, and we wanted you to get in between those numbers with the torque specs. We're down to one number right now. It's a very critical item that we want to make sure. It tells you how to torque the bolts down, what sequence we want them in. The chart at the bottom is for full round U-joint kits. You got your full rounds down there, and then you have your full rounds with the lock strap. The bolts have serrations underneath the head, so they're different. Go down by series, gives you all that information, and you're all set to go down the road. So it has all that information in here to do the job the right way and to make sure that vehicle's safe going down the road. Well, hopefully this has helped you on out. If you have other additional questions, please let us know, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you very much.